For the uninformed or beginner investor, it may be a common thought to believe that the world markets are just dandy and performing quite well, especially if you look at it from the lens of the United States. And with mainstream financial media covering predominantly United States markets, it's easy to see why this may be the case. However, did you know that with the exception of the main indexes and markets in the United States, the stock market performance on a global scale is actually not doing very well at all? We've seen a lot of talk about the advancements the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Dow are making, the extension in the bull market that is breaking records, as well as Trump's fiscal stimulus policies that are also boosting growth. At the timing of this video, in the beginning of October of 2018, here are the performance of the respective major global stock market indexes by country. When you try to fit in a number of stock indexes from a number of different countries onto one graph, things get a little messy here. So what you want to focus on is not necessarily each individual line, but the three black lines which represent the three major US indexes, and the colored lines which represent the rest of the world, and the direction they've taken year to date. As you can see, the top performing indexes are not doing very well at all. You have the index in Italy, the FTSE, up about 2.5%. And in the worst case scenario, you have the Shanghai Composite Index down nearly 20%. Bloomberg just put out a recent report further emphasizing this point with the MSCI World Index and comparing it to the MSCI United States Index. The MSCI, or Morgan Stanley Capital International, shows the United States Index up 9.5% and the World Index down negative 4.4%. This divergence in performance is one of the reasons many non-US companies are choosing to enlist their stock on the United States. There's a certain level of premium that stocks in the United States or listed in the US exchanges tend to get. From whichever perspective you want to look at it, the stock market is in the United States on fire right now. You have earnings going up, share buybacks going up, you have IPO activity breaking recent year highs, and then you have the more obvious figures, such as the charts continuously rising higher and higher. Some market participants seem to believe that these numbers suggest the end is coming in regards to this bull market. Only time will tell, but as it stands right now, the United States is a major outperformer relative to the rest of the world. And as a result, the money managers and investors who bang their drums insisting and emphasizing global diversification and risk reduction are very much underperforming relative to the so-called domestic investors who primarily invest in US equities. We hope this has been informative for you guys. We want to thank you for listening, and once again, happy investing.